Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. I'm here this morning with a surprise creation design team haul. No projects today as I received so many dies I need to show them to you, but as there won't be any more hauls now for a couple of weeks, I've got plenty of time to make some projects with them and share them with you. Right, so first up is a planner die. Isn't that gorgeous? You've got those like ocean scrolls. You've got another panel inside there. I'll put my finger under there so that you can layer it up. You've got an anchor and hearts, and you've got love, and you've got story. So that's a really, really lovely one, especially for fishing photos or something like that. Or basically you can do whatever you want. It can be vintage, it can be pretty. Always do what you want when you're crafting. That's what I say. Don't listen to anybody else. 6.5 inches by 5.5 inches. Those are cut line to cut line. So that is absolutely gorgeous, really summery and nice. So that is the first one. My next one is another planner die, and it's a gorgeous size. It is a suitcase. Isn't it lovely? I can't wait to make this one. You've got all the belts and the buckles, you've got the bump corners, and you've even got a little tag. Once again, you get another layering piece inside of there. So I will measure this one. Get my ruler the right way around, of course. And that is cut line to cut line, 5.5 inches. And so I like to do the cut lines so that you know what you're getting, and that is 7.5 inches. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just can't wait to, you know, do something, make special effects on it and stuff like that. Love that one. And next up is another planner die, and this one is, I'll get it the right way around, is a large baby milk bottle. See how big it is? I'll pop it on the side so you can see it. And inside there you have baby, girl and boy. So you've got all of these separate little panels to make it layered and detailed, and you get this other panel here. I'll get my finger under it so that you can layer it up either with a photograph, or you can turn it into a huge shaker on the side of the planner there. I mean, some of these dies are so wonderful and elaborate that they can become a new form of scrapbooking. So instead of it being 12 by 12, you can crop them down to planner size, and a lot easier to store, if you ask me. So let's measure that one, and going in cut line to cut line, that is 8.25 inches. And then the width of that one, finding the deepest point for you, is 5.5 inches. But isn't that lovely? You can put all your baby photos in there, and like I say, you can actually use that, and you can make the edge a shaker if you want to. And of course you can crop this off and turn the whole thing into a card. So they're very useful. Now it comes with a fleur-de-lis border, but it also comes with another fleur-de-lis. This one is a no-cut edge, so that you can cut a piece as big as you want to and give it a fleur-de-lis edge. And I will measure that one, and that is cut line to cut line, 8.25 inches. So that goes with the bottle set. Next up is a bag topper, and isn't that glamorous? Look at that. You've got that gorgeous little cross design, and you've got these tassels. It's almost like, I don't know, a sort of like lacy shawl or an Arabian carpet with all the little tassels on it. And then you get this extra piece that you can use for a card to trim the edge. You could do both sides actually. and make that look really, really fabulous. But I think that's gorgeous. So I'm going to measure the full length of it, and that is going in cut line 8¼ inches. No, it's not actually. Let me get that. That is 8½ inches. So when you cut it and it's folded in half, you're at 4½ inches by, let's look at that, by 5 inches. So that will make a 4½ by 5 bag topper for you. That really is absolutely stunning. I love all that little tassel detail. So another one I'm looking forward to being able to use. And then next, a really, really pretty set of 3 flowers and the centre stamens. I just love flower dies. I'll measure the largest one for you, and that is a fraction over 2 inches. Let's take it on another measurement. Yeah, so it's a fraction over 2 inches on the largest one, to give you an idea of how big your flowers will be. But look at that lovely raggedy edge detail. Isn't that gorgeous? Because when you get your balling tool out, your flower forming tools, it just makes it look more realistic when you've got a nice little edge like that. So that's that one. And then next up I have 2 sets of tags. They're both teak edge. One's got that house roof top and the other has got that dome top, and these are absolutely lovely. One says cheers and the other says sweet on it. Isn't that nice? I think they're both the same size. Yeah, they are. So I'll measure the house rooftop set, because you could print your little windows with a stamp or something and cut that out, and you could make it look like a house if you wanted to. And that is 5½ inches by, whoops, let's get that in there, by just under 3½ inches. So those are absolutely gorgeous tags, both the same size there. And when if you like something on the Surprise Creations site, when you buy their like double sets, like obviously you can buy them singly, but if you buy both sets together, they do double sets. You save $2 or $3 on each set, which is really worth knowing. The next one is absolutely gorgeously cute. There they are. Teeny tiny cupcakes. Aren't they sweet? You've got little cherries, hearts, dots, you've got the frosting, you've got the sprinkles, and you've got one with a candle. And I just absolutely love making cupcakes. So I'm going to measure the biggest one, and that's a fraction over 2 inches by 1¼ inches. But isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, you can make a whole border of them going along the bottom of your cards, and just like pops them up on dots so that they're going in a line and some are tucked behind each other. I really like that. And then next up we have some borders. So these are for cutting the edges of cardstock or the edges of tags. This one here is a double pierced so that you get the inner and the outer, as with a lot of them, so that you get the pretty reverse as well. And then this one is a lace border. So the measurements of those are, let me see there, just shy of 6 inches. That's how big those borders are. Let's get in so you can see the detail. So you've got stitch and you've got dots and you've got lace and a straight edge one there. Aren't they gorgeous? And I think that these match so that you can use 2 at a time to create a label. Yeah, I think you can actually. You can actually use those to create a panel because they're matching. So, another useful set. Next up is a cross stitch frame set, and these are rectangles. I love stitching on dies. I just think it's fabulous. I'm always saying it. And the largest rectangle is 7 inches by, let me see, by 5 inches. So that's a 7 by 5. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love stitching. And then, surprise, surprise, we have a fabulous set. I've got circles, ovals, rectangles and squares, and check out the edge on there. Can you see that? That is a fabulous coin edge that will emboss that into the paper. That is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. What more can I say? And it's a 7-inch circle on your largest one. But isn't that beautiful? You cut that in foil cardstock and it's going to look absolutely stunning. And then the oval, and the longest side on the oval is 8 inches. And then going across the oval, we have 6 3/4 inches, but you've got that gorgeous coin edge again. And then the square, these are fabulous size sets, and I'm sure you can buy these in a set of 4 if you wanted to and save even more money. That is just shy of 7 1/4 inches, and the same the other side. It's a perfect square. Isn't that lovely? And then we have the coin edge rectangle. So you can see that there. And I will measure the largest one there for you. And that is 8 inches by 7 inches. So a lovely, lovely collection of dies. And as I say, hauls will be slowing down because there's some terrible, terrible problems going on in China at the moment, and I'm really praying for the Chinese people, and I hope that they're going to be okay. But it gives us as design team members the opportunity to be able to create with more of the dies. So I will be doing that. Now tomorrow I am up with a KS Craft design team haul and a project. So, as usual, all links are below. You have a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.